Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Joyful Findings Show this last beautiful day of March 31st of 2023. How are you all doing out there, my beautiful friends? How are you doing? I am coming to you from probably a different vibration than you're used to seeing me at. It has been one hell of a month of March. Wow. Wow. It was a total storm for me the whole month. That's what it feels like. A total storm. Um, Hold on a second, you guys. So, how are you guys all doing? I'm going to talk about me for a little bit today because it's been a one hell of a month, like I started saying there for a minute ago. It's been ever changing, ever feeling, ever going. I've been doing a lot of different things. And some of you may be friends with me on Facebook. Some of you may be friends with me on Telegram who may already know part of my story this week. And I'm going to share that with all of you today because there's a lot of things that keep changing in our lives, whether it's our relationships or our thoughts or what we plan to do on this earth or what our priorities are. So I may sound like I'm all over the place tonight because I am a little spacey. I will say that, but I'm sure it all makes sense to everybody or I would not be saying it, okay? Because I had the opportunity to cancel this show and not show up, but I needed to show up as the raw Melissa. Another reason why I like doing these shows live, because we can't cut and paste them to make it look all foo-foo. It is what it is when the moment it happens. Okay. So I know I've been asking everybody to send out a lot of healing all this month. I've been asking everyone to send out those waves of healing. And I never really talk about my personal stuff, right? I do a little bit, but I leave a lot of it out. But back on March 8th, my brother went into the emergency room, my oldest brother. And he had a stroke and all kinds of stuff. So I was like hoping and praying, but 20 days later, he decided his body was going to retire from this earth. Okay. And that's been an emotional roller coaster for me, especially through this week, because he passed away on Tuesday. And and I know that he's in a better place. I know that his body is at rest. I know that his soul is at rest. But as the human, experiencing through that transition, from totally having conversations and walking around with you, this is bringing up a lot of stuff for me. And this could be bringing up stuff for everyone else, but I'm speaking my truth, so I don't know why it would be blocked in this moment. So experiencing that through my brother, and I knew there were periods when it was getting closer, through this experience through that he went through in the hospital. Man, why does that keep coming up like that? Because I went down there a lot. I would have to drive an hour down and an hour back pretty much, depending on the traffic to get to where he was. And I was down there a lot this month, whether it was trying to, whatever my other brother needed, since he's taking care of everything, since he lives close by. But running down there and spending that time with him, even if it was just watching him sleep, just being with his energy, was very important to me. It was very important to him. It was very important, even for my brother and my cousin to be going in there, and my brother didn't tell me that he had already seen my mother like the week prior. He had told my cousin that. So I kind of knew that the time was near, but I didn't know it was this close. So this is how my week went since I saw you guys last Saturday night, right? On the message circle, I had my show. I was still doing my thing. And then this last week of March was definitely an emotional roller coaster. So I woke up Sunday morning and my mother-in-law was texting me that she needed my assistance with her dog because her dog was having a seizure and needed to go to the emergency vet. So I get up, no coffee. I go straight to our house. I pick it, which is only next door. So I walk outside and I just, I get the car and I pick up the dog and I put the dog in the car and we go to the emergency vet. And the dog really has no quality of life after that, unless she has to spend an absorbent amount of money. So in the meantime that I'm going through this experience with my mother-in-law, I get a call from my brother that my brother in the hospital just had another brain bleed and that it was not going to last much longer. He had a couple days, So here I am in this vet's office and then getting that phone call and I'm like, I got to go. But I have to wait for all this to transpire before I can even leave. So it's been, and then spending that time with him in the hospice care while he was getting that care in the last few days of his life, I was spending all of that time with him, talking to him, letting him know that it was okay to go into the light. I know mom was standing there, and even though I know all those things, and I know that there's peace for him now because his body is not hurting in any way, shape, or form. It's not hurting his pride by not being able to walk or do the things that he's always done. He chose to retire from this body and go back to his soul self, his spiritual self. And I felt like I really needed to share that with all of you because I feel like we all experience this at one time or place or another in this lifetime, and it's been quite a while since I've experienced a death this close to me. Okay, so, and the real cool thing about it is my brother is going to be able to be married next to my parents up in Maine. And that was one of his last wishes, is that he would like to be buried up there. So I'll be making a quick trip to Maine sometime soon to honor my brother. And he can lay next to my parents. So I felt like I needed to share all of that with you guys so that you knew that I was not always in my highest vibration. But when I tap in for you guys, it kind of like washes away. So I felt like if I could share my truths with you and what I've experienced, it may somehow help some of you. And I don't know why, because I don't have a problem with what I'm saying. I feel very comfortable about what I'm saying. So whoever is out there with me this evening, cough it up, clear your throat, do something. Because this is getting crazy. Because I know it's not mine. I'm all good until we start this show. And then we all get all like, get all crazy. Thank you for sharing your experience, Melissa. Love you. I love you too. And I'd like to say hello to some of you out there because I see there's a bunch of you out there right now. Thank you, Melissa. I'm glad that you felt the need to share. It's a healing for all of us. Yes. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Joyce. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Destiny. Hello, Linnell. Hello, Robert. Who else do we got out here? You guys, I'm burping already again, too. All right. It looks like that's all of you right now. Okay. So if there's more of you out there, say hello, because if not, I'll never know you're out there. So even with all of that, right, it was like, I'm still going to share more because I'm not done. This is how the experiences happen. So my brother called me when it happened, when my brother finally took his last breath, because I had already left for the day. I had to come back and get my kid from school and, take care of those things, So I had already spent that time with him, and I kind of knew it was the last time because I kissed him 3 times. I was like, totally love you, brother. Just relax. It's cool. Whatever else I said, I can't remember. It's making me all hot now, But, the timing is significant because he died at 5:22, and I didn't know that until my cousin told me because I can't tell by the time of the call or whatever. But my cousin had looked at his clock and it was 5:22, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty significant." Because he was born on May 2nd, so I had that 5 and that 2, you know what I mean? And so there's lots of different things that kind of show up. So I was down there yesterday, and yesterday was actually my birthday. I was actually down there with my brother trying to help, sort things out and do whatever I can do to help. And on my way home, it's so funny because traffic is crazy down here in Florida. I'm sure it's crazy everywhere, but it's crazy because I could be doing 70 and then all of a sudden I have to slow down to a stop because we're getting to Sarasota. But anyways, I got behind this big tractor trailer, and of course, I got time to look around. We're only going about 15, 20 miles an hour if we're lucky. And I get behind this tractor trailer with the Maine license plate. And actually, my brother was being flown to Maine to the funeral home up there actually yesterday for my birthday. You know what I mean? So that was kind of cool. So I get behind this Maine truck. And so I start adding up the numbers on the plate, and it equals 30, which is my birthday. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Thank you. And then I add up the numbers that are on top of the truck that are like the truck number, right? Whatever they identify it as in their fleet. And that equaled 27, and that equaled my other brother that's here, and where he's dealing with the whole situation. So I felt like that was my brother giving us a message that I was supposed to share with my brother, and I did. By saying thank you. You know what I mean? Because it was just like a big thank you. And also even the night before that, the night before my brother passed, the lights were flickering in my house. So again, it was like I knew it was my brother talking to me. I went in my son's room, I flicked on his lights and they're flickering. And then I go in the living room and I turn on the lights in there and they're flickering. So, and then that was going to bring me up to something that's strange happened today. So they're speaking to us, right? Even if they're not able to speak to us, they're still speaking to us, right? And that's how we talk to soul, right? We tap in and we start talking soul to soul. We start recognize each other by soul, right? We start to experience more with each other, soul to soul, right? We're expanding, we're growing with each other. It's really quite amazing, really quite amazing. Hello, Marcia. How you doing, honey? Hello, Barbara. I love you too. Okay, so I started to talk about energy, right? Because we're all energy, right? So we're all ready to move on and all that stuff, right? So we move through energy. So tonight, before I have this little lanai area, that's my woman cave, right? It's my space. It's got everything that I love in it, right? So I was out there, and all of a sudden this cute little gentleman comes walking up to my door, and he has this little sun on, right? This little sun emblem. And you can tell he's going to try to sell me some solar or whatever. And I'm like, sorry to disappoint you, but I'm a renter. Da, 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 da. And he's like, all right, carry. And then he carries on. Kid you not, an hour later, another company, another cute guy comes walking up to my door, wanting to sell me solar if I was the homeowner. I was like, 2 in one night. And I even looked at him, I go, there's more than one of you guys in the neighborhood tonight. I was like, this is weird, because usually they're very random, but apparently this neighborhood must be very hot to be in this week, trying to push their solar or whatever it is they're doing. But so I felt like I was supposed to share that too, because I feel like that's supposed to be significant for somebody in some way, shape, or form. So you guys are amazing. So I thank you for being here. I thank you for listening to everything that I've had to share about my week this week. And I have to say that things are, even though it's always got to hit rock bottom a little bit before it goes back up again, right? It's kind of like being on that roller coaster, right? You have to, and we're still human, so we still have to feel our feelings. We still have to experience those feelings as well. And we're all here to do that and to experience that with each other, right? Because we all feel and experience it in different ways. Each of my children have experienced it differently. My boyfriend has experienced it differently. My brothers have experienced it differently. My friends have experienced it differently. We're all, I don't even know what to say about all that. But anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. So I wrote this thing today because all of a sudden, when I get this thought in my head and they get me to start typing. Okay. I shared this out on Facebook. So some of my friends may have already seen this already. But I would have to say that this was my automatic writing for today. Because it was before this show and it was for today. The one right before this show, I'm not going to share because I'll start crying and bawling. And we don't want that to happen today. I don't mind being raw in front of you guys, but I don't need to be that raw. It's been a very raw week. I'll tell you that. So I'm going to share this with you all. So I appreciate you all. And I also want to say this too, because even though on that first night that my brother had passed, I tapped into Robin's show and she was giving messages to everybody else, but they all pertain to me as well. Every single one of them. I was like, I resonate with that and that and that and that and that. So it was like my validation, you know what I mean? And every night after that, every show that I tuned into, even though that not all the messages were directed at me, but even the ones that were directed at me were good, I also resonated with the ones that were not. Okay, so I want you guys to pay attention to what's being said, not only to you, but to others, okay? And I want you to tap in to see what resonates with you. Okay. And if it doesn't resonate with you, drop it like a hot potato and move on. Okay. You're not going to hold on to something that's not going to feel good. Okay. So only hold what resonates with you. And it's funny, I talked about a hot potato because the potatoes come from the ground. So some of you need the ground out there. I wish I was having a baked potato for dinner tonight. All right. Maybe later. That's funny. 818 showed up again. That's my hot number this week. It's my boyfriend's number. It shows up every time we do our show. It's so funny. Hello, Robin. How are you, dear? Hello. And if there's anybody else out there, I know Dia's out there listening. I know she's traveling again today. Oh, and Alma is listening with Lenka. Well, hello, darlings. Hello, darlings. I'm glad you guys are listening to me. I hope you guys caught it from the beginning. I've been talking about my raw feelings and everything I've been doing. I hope we still get together on Sunday, my two girls. So yeah, there's been a lot going on and all that fun stuff. Oh yeah, I was going to get to my automatic writing. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, where did I put it? I got to go to my notes, guys, because I typed this one. Robin says, wow, yes. I also get messages from others. Yes. Isn't that so much fun? Woohoo! Yes, yes, and yes. So I love and adore each of you. I thank you for being my support system. I appreciate being a part of your support system because we are here supporting each other as we go through this, my darlings. Okay? So here is my beautiful automatic writing. To have an open mind, learning what you believe to be your truth at any given time, has the ability to change as you change. As you experience life and really tap into your true self, not the self standing in ego and always believing that you are right, you have an open mind, time to open your eyes and your souls to the truth. When it's your truth in that moment, it will bring you peace in knowing. I see many acting out using words to tear down another as they are holier than now. Whether you believe in God or not, all religions look up to a God, whatever name that they give it. So there's a universal thought of there being a source. We are part of that source. We choose to have this experience to learn and grow from it. You choose to be on the good side or the bad side. It's the experiences we grow from. It's all about the change. It's all about to change. Spring is here, and God's seeds have been planted for a beautiful fall harvest. You have planted your seeds in your thoughts and deeds. Find that peace within we all seek. Breaking free from the chaos that was created to, this is where your mind and souls take you. You are the creator of what comes next. Next, I choose to create out of love. Have a blessed day. So, with all of that, even with all of the chaos that's even happened just recently in my own personal life, the chaos of the world, right? I feel like there's so much more truth that's going to be coming forward for us all. And its time is now, right? I feel like it's game on. I feel like April showers are going to bring May flowers. Okay, so you guys have been planting the seeds of love, light, joy, all the things that you have been wanting to create for yourselves. Okay. And I'm proud of everything that you've experienced up until this point because it got you where you are today, to a new understanding of who you are and what you desire next. Okay. Yes, definitely check off 20% off at my store over there at. Thank you for sharing that because I totally forget all these things. Yeah, check that out and don't be afraid to check out. Oh man, I have a couple things here. I left the water bottle in the other room. But anyways, check it out. Check out the store and all that fun stuff. And thank you for the tips and donations. And Robert, I did see that you have super chatted me that $5. I super duper appreciate that. And when I get around to messages, I'll definitely be starting with you, my friend. I definitely will be starting with you. Is there anything else they would like me to share before we carry on? Because we're going to shake this off in a minute and then we're going to change up the energy. Okay? Because I can't be in this. I mean, I can, but we're going to change it up a little bit. Okay? Okay. All right, you guys. So I want you guys all to. All right, all except for you, those that are driving, because I know there's a couple people that are always driving, so please try this later. But in your mind's eye, I want you to see yourself as your divine being, whatever that looks like for you in this moment. It could look like it did 20 years ago. It could look like you thought it did 5 minutes ago. It could change before your eyes, okay? Because today when I was looking, because when I was cleaning today, because I was cleaning up my little space here today, I was looking into one of my crystal balls. And I don't normally, spend a lot of time in that. But today they were reflecting a lot of colors. They were like, you have to look at me. I'm like, okay. They were like talking to me. You know what I mean? And so I looked into the big one that I have because I have several. So I was looking into the big one that I have. And in that big one, I was starting to see all these different things. Okay. So even though they had me looking into a piece of glass, I'm getting that you guys can see this in your mind's eye if you so desire. Okay. You do not need a looking tool. You are the looking tool. Okay. There's looking at everything and feeling into everything and understanding things on a whole different level. Okay. A whole different level. So just want you all to know that you're expanding and that we're moving in a new direction. And boy, am I excited about where we're going because, I've been talking about that roller coaster that we've been on. And I said, it was like the analogy that I just shared with, I hope I get this right, that with Tiffany right before we started. It feels like we are in an avalanche, right, of all this snow. And it's collecting all this garbage on the way down. So there's no stopping it until it doesn't have any momentum left, right? Until it hits a wall or until something stops it, right? Gravity will stop it sooner or later because it's going to be to the bottom. So whatever is going on right now, just know that things are being like, things are happening right now. On so many different levels that I can't even comprehend right now, but that's what it feels like. And I'm super excited about it because we've been waiting for the trash to be picked up for a long time. And now it's time. It's time. It's time, my friends. It's time for the trash to be picked up. Um, so we can be free to be. It's so funny. They were saying free to be we. So we're free to be us, right? We're free to be whoever we are. And it's kind of like that thing that I just talked about. It's like having no judgment for the other. You've chose to experience what you're experiencing in this life for a reason, right? There's reasons for everything. We may not understand the reasons when it's happening, but we understand later why it's happening. Okay, we understand why it's happening. Whew. Yes, we do. All right, so this would probably be a good time to have a word from my sponsor, and then I'll get into messages for like the last half hour. And then I'll close out with whatever else needs to be shared. I don't believe I have any other announcements for this week because it's April 1st. So, no, the message galleries will be later in the month. Yeah, so that's all I got for that. But anyways, you guys, Feng Shui My Space has been a beautiful sponsor for me for more than a year or so now. She's been sponsoring this show so I can keep sharing it with you, and you guys can share the magic with Marsha as well. You know, I tap into her and be like, I almost text her tonight and be like, what color is supposed to be in my bedroom again? What colors am I supposed to use in there? And I was like, I'll just wing it and I'll ask her later. But if you guys are interested in finding out how to clear the energy and make it more joyful inside your house, check out Feng Shui My Space. Check it out, you guys. Awesome, you guys. Check out fengshuimyspace.com for more information. She has a beautiful website. All her contact information is there. So don't be afraid to reach out to Marsha. Thank you, dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, you guys, we're going to get into some messages now. So if you guys are interested in having a message this evening, drop it in the chat box. Okay. And while you're doing that, I would like you to think outside of your normal thought pattern to formulate a question. Well, this is a weird way to say it. To formulate your question so that it answers your most divine question. Wow, that was a weird way for me to say that. So you guys out there formulating your questions, let the words flow to you in those questions of what you would like to know. All right, I believe it. I am purging a lot of junk from my ancestral line. I am the chosen one. Beautiful, girl. Chop, chop. That's what's happening. Junk is being tossed to the recycling bin. Beep, beep, beep. Joy says, I'd love a message, please and thank you. I'm going to start with Robert because he was my super chatter this evening. Don't worry about me. I have not been drinking. All right, Robert, let's see what's shaking in your world. All right, Robert, you've been on this path back and forth. There's something you're thinking about back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It started out as, there's always something that you're tossing back and forth. So it's either something that you want to do or you've been putting off about doing, but it's something you desire to create in your life. Okay. So whatever this is, you need to get your hands dirty. So that means you have to start doing some of it, right? It's like, because I know I'm using this as an analogy. This is not exactly what I see you doing, but it's like if I'm getting ready to plant, right? If I'm getting ready to plant a potted plant and I'm putting the soil in and I'm digging around and making room for the plant and stuff like that, there's something that you are getting ready that you need to really start to create. You have to do this. You are going to be doing this. So whatever it is that you need to get your hands in to start doing is now. Okay, so don't be afraid. You always let fear kind of keep you on a different track. So they're saying kick the fear to the curb and move forward, Robert. So I'm going to leave that with you, my friend. I appreciate you. All right, Joyce says I would love a message. Sure, Joyce. Let's see what I got going on for you guys. Joyce. All right, Joyce. Boy, you feel like you got springs under your feet. You got things going on, girl. I feel like you got some new sneakers too. I feel like I got some new shoes. I feel like I'm walking. I feel like I'm doing a lot of things, and shoes are very important right now because I feel like they're all fluffy. I feel like they got that memory foam in them or whatever. But anyways, whatever you have going on right now for you, Joyce, there's like 3 different things going on for you, but everything's all within walking distance. So that means you're getting ready to accomplish a couple of these things. There's things that you want to do too. Some things are going to change in May. You're changing up things. There's also family communication that's going on. There's also a new softness about you. There's a new softness about you. So just tap into your new softness, Joyce, and enjoy that as you move forward because it's going to be super fun for you. Super fun for you. Destiny says, may I have a message this evening, please? Yes, I've been clearing the same things for quite some time. Is there something else or specific I need to do in order for it to be done? Wow. Okay, so Destiny, sometimes when we keep thinking, because this is what I'm getting, so sometimes when we keep thinking that we have something that we are trying to clear, all we have to do is believe that it is done. Okay, so I just want you to start changing some of your words. Okay, instead of saying, I keep clearing the same thing over and over again, then there's something that you are wanting to hold on to from that scenario. There's something that feels comfortable in that, even though it feels uncomfortable. There's a familiarity about it. So I'm getting that you need to release it, okay, and just be like, I'm done. It's done. I'm moving on to the next chapter now. Thank you very much. Right? Because spring is like that new year for us, right? That new beginning, right? We come out of our shells. We have that new rebirth. So it's about you rebirthing yourself and changing up your verbiage to help you move forward in a better, easier flow for you. I'm going to leave that with you, Destiny. All right, my darlings. More of you must want messages than this. I have no idea how many of you are out there. You know what I mean? But if you're out there and you would like a message, say hello. Beep, 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 beep. Haha, see, Marsha's telling me all my feng shui stuff now. See, that's what I love about you, Marsha. I put the word out and you're on it. You're on it. Hello, Richard. Hello. Destiny says, I've heard that about my wording. So then you need to be super conscious about what you're saying, what words you're using to identify how you want things to turn out in your life. I want an easy flow. I want things to flow to me easily. I want to let go of things easily. I don't want to hold on to heavy anchors. This goes for me, you, and everyone else. Okay, so that's all there is to that. Joyce says, so on target. I have learned to walk away from negative instead of confronting it. Sending love. It's like I'm giving it up to the universe. Good job. Good job. Good job, Joyce. All right, Richard. Thank you for my $5 sticker. That's so nice of you, Richard. Let's see what's going on in your life, Richard. Richard. You're working on something you really love, Richard. You're working on things that really bring you joy. And I really feel like April is going to be super duper important for you as well. Okay, so I want you to tap into the energy of April because it's going to help propel you forward more. I also feel like you're getting new guidance from either a new guide, a new loved one that's stepping forward. I feel like you're getting signs and symbols in places that you don't normally get signs and symbols. And I got someone that's tapping. Tap, 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 tap. I feel like this is someone you know. They used to be like impatient. They would tap. I almost feel like I'm doing Morse code if I actually understood what Morse code actually was. You know what I mean? The whole number, the whatever. But anyways, I feel like there's someone that's trying to come through and they're kind of like tapping at you. So feel those nudges that are coming for you as well. Also drumming. So there's something going on with drumming. Either you have a drum or you're gonna drum or you're gonna be drumming. Something about drums, okay? Because I feel like I got drumsticks now and I can't stop going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, anyways, there's some kind of maybe you're marching to a new drum. Maybe that's what it is, Richard. Wouldn't that be fun? Woohoo! It's like your drum beat. It's like your little heartbeat, man. It's your heartbeat. So thank you for that. All right. So Ruth says, I would love a message. Don't have a specific question, just whatever comes through. Okay. All right, Ruth. Let's see what's shaking in your world. Ruth, I'm getting cryptic writing with you. So with that, I'm getting like there is something that you are going to decipher. So there's something that you are going to be looking more into, that you are going to be something about change. So it's going to help create change, your change, other people's change, whatever that is. But I feel like there's like also, this is so weird. So I'm getting like, Ruth, there's a lot going on with you. There is a super duper lot going on with you. And it's all good. You can handle everything that's thrown at you, but you are going to get ready to stand up and be strong. And I don't know what that means for you right now, but they're like showing me like, it's so funny because I feel like I see this like lady. It's the best way for me to describe her, but she has this mighty staff that she has in her right hand and she taps that sucker on the ground and it kind of like makes this, I almost feel like I'm on ice and it cracks the ice and there's no fear that the ice is cracking. It's like you're fine. So whatever it is, you're going to stand tall and stand strong. So I'm going to leave that with you, Ruth. Thank you. You guys are amazing, my friends. All right, hold on. I'm going too fast here. Hold on. All right. I did that. All right. Let's see. Anybody else? Hello, Debbie. So glad you could be here. Linnell says, great space. I'll catch the rest on replay. Off to help the old man cook some pasta with pesto. Enjoy your dinner. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. It does sound good. All right. Debbie says, I would love a message. Sure, Debbie. Nice of you to join in this evening. I will love it. All right. Let me flip my little page. All right, and then this is what I'm going to do because I don't want to forget because I know there's a few people out there that are watching out there that aren't asking for messages. Okay, so I am going, who did I just say I was going to do? Debbie. Let me get my list going here. Debbie, and then I'm going to go to Dia. Haha, which is funny. Debbie and Dia. And then I know Lanka's out there. They're out there listening somewhere. And my friend Alma, even though they haven't asked for messages, I'm giving them one tonight. That's how special I am. And if you guys are out there right now and you guys are listening, oh, and Barbara. Barbara's out there too. I remember saying Barbara's name. I don't remember anyone else's name. So you guys. All right. So I'm going to go with Debbie. All right, Debbie, let's see what's shaking in your world. Ooh, Debbie, things are changing for you, girl. Okay. So, Debbie, I get things are changing for the better for you. You are getting on the right track. You are getting into the right vibration. You are getting ready to change some things in your life for the better. You are letting all of the old baggage fall, and you are putting out the intentions for what it is that you truly desire. And I also feel like you're getting ready to start, or there's something you want to do about helping people. There's something about helping people. You're seeing a need, you're seeing somewhere where you can help. You know what I mean? So I don't know what that is. And I know you don't probably want to put more stuff on your plate, but I see this gathering of people that you are able to assist. And I don't feel like it's on a daily basis, but I feel like there's these people on the outside of job, outside of relationships, that there's some kind of need that you're seeing that you know in your mind have a great idea about. So you're going to be sharing that with others. So I'm going to leave that with you, Debbie. Thank you. All right, so I did Debbie, and then I have Dia out there. She's out traveling the country. Beep, beep, beep. She's always driving. All right, Dia, let's see what's shaking in your world. Well, interesting. So I don't know I don't know what state you're driving in right now, but I know that the state that you were in, looking at colleges and stuff with your son and stuff, I saw that tornadoes went through there. So it was really weird. And I was like, and then I looked on the map and I saw it was on this side of it. So I was like, cool. I hope you didn't go back that way. But anyways, I feel like the storms are behind you, if that makes any sense. And you're like moving into the sunset, right? Because the sun sets into the west. So that's so funny because I feel that's the way you're driving right now. So anyways, there's going to be, and again, you're just waiting for the top click on that roller coaster that I said that was that avalanche later, and we kind of like ride it with our surfboards or on top of it, whatever. It's like we ride on top of it because it won't affect any of us that are in a lighter energy mode, right? So but we're seeing all the others being, taken down the track. So anyways, there's new excitement coming for you. Just be open to everything that's going to show up for you in the next month or so, because there's new opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves in the very near future. I feel like April's a cool month for you too, because April showers brings May flowers. So there's like more seeds that are being planted, nurturing, and I feel like watering. You know what I mean? And also your expansion in what you're writing and what you're going to be sharing with the public. So thank you, Dia. Thank you. I'm gonna leave that with you. Thank you. All right, and Lanka. Girl, I don't know. Maybe it's because you're with Alma, maybe, but I feel like there's this singing. I feel like there's this new voice that's coming forward. And I joke with that. But there's also birds. I feel like there's birds singing. I feel like there's a lot of different things showing up for you. And I know you connect in with nature during lunchtime and at home and in all other times, just like seeing the halo around the sun again, which had been such a long time since I've seen that. But they're showing me you are like graduating all these different levels that are going up right now. All these different levels. Like you are just like, and it's so funny because I feel like they're diving boards too. So even though you're going up, you're like, I can go swimming, dive in and have a good time. And then you're right back up again. So it doesn't matter what takes place right now. You are going to new levels, and you're also assisting many people that are around you right now. So thank you. Thank you for that, my dear. Thank you. Boop, boop, boop. All right. And then I have my beautiful friend, Alma. All right. Let's see what's going on in Alma's world. Ooh, excitement is going on in Alma's world. Alma's world. Alma's world. It's so funny. my dear, there are so many different things going on, and you're going with the flow. And I know we're going to have a great time for your birthday party coming up, because they're showing me that, like, this is you getting into that new rhythm, right? So maybe it's that 50-year rhythm that we're getting into now or something, you know what I mean? But I feel like there's this beautiful flow for you. It's all about being able to communicate. There's no rough waters. It's all very calm. It's very serene, and very joyous. So, and it's funny because I got 3 streams. Okay. So, you know what that means. I don't have to explain that to you, but I get 3 streams living in parallel. So, I'm not sure what this means moving going forward for you, but just know that it's all okay. It's all okay. And also, you have someone that's coming through for you, Alma. I feel like this is someone you know. Oh, okay. So I have a message coming through for you, my dear, that says, keep up the good work. You're doing a great job. You are going to go further than you ever thought you could go before. And this is like your number 1 or number 2 cheerleader out there. You know what I mean? That follows you around in spirit. And I feel like they've actually been leaving you messages while you've been out on your walks. So definitely pay attention to your walks and what shows up for you in that time. Thank you, Alma. Thank you for watching tonight. I appreciate that. You are the best. I have some of the coolest friends, you guys. I really do. All right, and then I said Barbara was next, right? See, I'm writing all over my papers. Barbara! My beautiful friend Barbara in North Carolina. All right, Barbara, let's see what's going on. Barbara. Oh, girl. Barbara. Have you been trying to hold your tongue? I'm going to kind of talk in code. Have you been holding your tongue, dear? I feel like there are some energies that would like to come through. Not only, all right, they're going to be like speaking so you can actually understand them. I'm getting recording. I feel like there's someone close to you. I hope you're on the dating site and that's going well. But I feel like there's definitely communication that's going on, and I feel like it needs to flow out of you. So either you need to channel this information and give it to others, write it down, because you're good at automatic writing too if you trust yourself. But there's information that's flowing from you that you need to be sharing with others as we move forward. They're all going to need our assistance. Everybody is going to need each other's assistance as we move forward. And that's what it's all about. And I feel like there's also a trip coming up for you in April, girl. Where are you going now? I feel like you're going to fly to see somebody. Oh, you must be going somewhere for Easter, maybe. Or are they coming to you? I feel like there's something going on for Easter. And that's only next weekend, you guys. That's only next weekend. It happens fast. I mean, fast. Where is all this time going? Who knew March could go by so fast? Be so long and so fast all at the same time. All right, we're at 8:49. Fabulous. I still have time. All right, let's see what else I got here. Let's see, you guys. Let's see. All right, Robert says, thanks, Melissa. My guess would be open to a relationship, or how does Odin have a connection to me? Well, I already answered your question. Man, I should wait until you ask me something. But I already gave you a message earlier, and I don't remember what I said, Robert. So I know you listen on your way to work and at work, so it makes it a little sometimes. And Richard says, yes, I did have to change my day of going because of stage manager for play for 3 Fridays. See, there you go. And you are very welcome, Debbie. You're very welcome. I'm so glad you guys have been here this evening and been a part of this beautiful show. Beautiful show. Right? It's a beautiful show. Beautiful show. We have a lot of fun together, even when Melissa's not feeling her 1000% self, right? We're still there. And even though things can knock us down, right? Sometimes we have to start kind of pick ourselves up and just keep going. All right, Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte. Barbara says, you have me laughing out loud. Yes, sometimes I'm holding my tongue, but am working on speaking the truth. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, my friend. Yeah, I was laughing too because I was like, I felt like I was actually biting my tongue, like trying not to get it to move. So you got time to talk. All right, Charlotte says hello. Anything coming up for me this month? Sure, let's check it out, Charlotte. Let's see what's shaking in your world. Charlotte. All right, Charlotte, you've had some things that have been changing. This is going to be a good month for you because I feel like there's an ending, but there's also that means a new beginning. I also feel like you have something going on with friendships, relationships, a lot of different avenues, maybe even love, but I feel like you need to love yourself more first. If you're not in a relationship yet, you need to work on your what you deserve and what you desire. I also feel like I'm driving a fast car, so I feel like you're getting ready to move through this quickly. I also feel like there's this learning experience that's coming for you. I also feel like you need to speak your truth too, Charlotte. Clear your throat, honey, and let it go. Whether it's about yourself, whether it's about other people, it doesn't matter. Just let it flow. Okay. And I also feel like, yeah, you're definitely have something that's coming to an ending, but there's a beautiful new beginning that's happening. And it's going to happen in a way that you're not used to it happening. Okay. Things are changing. They're really changing for you. But you're happy about this. And the number 27 is coming up for you. So I don't know what that means for you. So I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you, Charlotte. And you guys, the throat thing. What is up? What is up with that? Charlotte says, yes, I applied to join the police academy. I already wrote the test, waiting for results. Go, girl. Go, Charlotte. That's amazing. See, I'm so happy that a lot of you are out there and you're following your dreams. Okay. Whatever it is, it makes me super happy. Whether you are an author, whether you are a producer, whether you are the grocery clerk, whether you are the pastor or the preacher, whether you are whoever you are, whatever it is. I don't even know why I chose those people because I could see them physically in my brain. Whether you are in TV, whether you do something in print journalism, whether you do some podcast, whether you are a mother, whether you are a teacher, whether you are an administrator, an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you guys are doing, you guys are following your path and following your joy. And that is what's going to be super important moving forward. And I'm going to say this again, that your thoughts, your feelings, all do matter. Okay. They all do matter. Your thoughts, your feelings, all of it matter. Okay. But I want you to know that you do not have to hold them within your body. Okay. If we feel dis-ease somewhere, right? If we feel dis-ease somewhere, we have to learn what it is that maybe created it to be able to release it. But I'm going to say one thing. Do not own whatever it is to your body to stay and to fester. Do not own it as it is your long lost friend. Do not own it so that it can create more chaos in your life. I want you to confront it, observe it, and tell it to get the hell out of here. Okay? Because I feel moving forward, we really need to start talking to our bodies, our cells, our DNA, talk to every parts of our body to really help assist us as we move forward. Okay? Always to move forward. Happy, healthy, whole, whatever it is you want to believe about yourself, and releasing whatever tensions might be in your body. Maybe you're feeling it in your neck. Maybe you're feeling it in your back. Whatever you might be feeling, it's time to let it all go. Talk to your body. Work on self-healing. Look up healing techniques that might feel good for you. Whatever it is, whatever it is. Seek advice outside of your norm advice, right? Think outside the box, right? We've been very, very taught to think inside of this itsy bitsy box, itsy bitsy box. And we need to release that. So, that's all. That's all. Doop, doop, doop. All right. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Hello, Samir. Glad you can make it as well. Nice advice. Glad I could catch at least the first part. Good. The first part's pretty. I talked about my week a lot. I talked about, changes in life and experiences and, and again, I want to say that again. That's one of the reasons why I really like doing these shows live, because you get it just the way it is. There's no cutting, there's no pasting, there's no other time that needs to be put into this production. It's the here and the now, and nothing has to be perfect. Okay? Sometimes people think that things need to be perfect. I'm sorry, nothing will ever be perfect. Okay? Never. There's always that potential to be perfect, but if there's nothing, because there's always learning, there's always experiences, and we're going to keep experiencing them as we move forward. Okay. And I'm ready to see what April brings. Break the box of the system. Yes. Smash it down, Richard. You got it, man. Smash that box down. It's like a cardboard box. I'm breaking it down and I'm putting it in the recycle bin. I'm going to give it so it can be reused for something else, maybe builds me a milk carton or something. But anyways, I don't know where I came with that, but anyways, because it was cardboard. But anyways, it's going to be a fun month, you guys. I'm glad March is over. And thank you, Samir, for saying happy birthday. Yes, it was my birthday yesterday. I know I'm a beautiful 52 years old. It's hard to believe. But here we are, my beautiful beings of light, as we move forward into this beautiful next month, as we bring more of our seeds into fruition, bringing more like-minded people together as we stand together in this beautiful, beautiful light. Again, a lot of you are being activated as the lighthouse that you need to be. And you guys are experiencing people that are moving towards you or asking for your advice, or they're saying that you are right about things and they should have listened to you. Whatever it is, I feel like there's going to be a lot of those people that are showing up in your life right now. So I want you to be aware of the people that you're assisting and those people that are assisting you. I want you all to be gracious receivers as well as gracious givers. Okay, there has to be balance in giving and receiving. Okay, it's just like when we have energy exchange. There is a giving and there is a receiving. So be open to both receiving and giving, receiving and giving, receiving and giving. I feel like that's going to be very important as we move forward, because we're going to be assisting each other in ways that I'm not even sure of yet, but I know this to be true because I feel it in my knowing. And God is always, He has not lied to me yet, so I don't expect Him to do that to me now. So as we get ready to wrap up this beautiful hour, you guys have been amazing. Thank you for letting me vent to you in the first half hour about my life this week and this month, because it was a hell of a month. Anyways, our March is over and April is going to be so much better. We have so much to look forward to and so much joy to create as we move forward. So you guys stand in your truth, stand in your power, shine your light, and help those around you as they need assistance. Have a great week, guys. See you next week.